Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Opponent doing some severe mulliganing. Alright, so opponent keeps a 0-lander. I think we're learning that if our opponent does not have any lands, our deck is good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! 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 Are we gonna get stormed off from an opponent with 0 lands?
Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. So last week, obviously, we didn't have instant deck decks because we've been doing daily spoilers and all that stuff. However, we do have some old instant deck decks that we haven't gotten to yet, and today we're doing something a little bit different. As we wait for Ikoria to actually be out, videos start coming, which are going to be happening very soon in the next few days, we are heading to Legacy to play a deck that is incredibly cheap. That is the main gimmick of this deck. It's a Legacy deck that's $80, and if you know anything about Legacy, Legacy is really expensive. In paper, it's often $3,000, $4,000 for a single deck, so this is the equivalent of a standard deck that's, I don't know, $5 or something ridiculous. If you compare it to the average deck price in the format, it is like as ultra budget as ultra budget can be. And with more people getting on Magic Online because of social distancing and the pandemic and all that stuff, this is only $65 in Magic Online. So a great starter deck there as well. So basically, we're going to try to figure out if $80 or 65 tick Legacy Mono Red Prowess is actually competitive. If you want to start grinding Legacy on Moto or in paper for that matter, is this a deck you can pick up and compete with? We're going to find out because I'm playing in the dark as well. I have not practiced with the deck or anything, so we're just going to pick it up, jump into a league, and see what happens. So let's talk about the deck really quick, get to the matches, see if an $80 deck can actually compete in a $3,000 deck format. So starting with our creatures, and as the name suggests, we're a Prowess deck. We got a bunch of Prowess creatures, Monastery Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage. These are just 1 mana Prowess creatures, so even though they're just 1/2s, they get big as we cast spells, and one of the sweet things about Legacy Mono Red Prowess is we get a lot of free spells to go with them. Then at the top end of our Prowess curve, we have Bedlam Reveler, and the idea here is basically we're going to empty our hand, and then hopefully have Bedlam Reveler be our last card, hopefully coming down for 2 mana after we've cast a bunch of spells, refilling our hand, drawing us a little bit more action to close out the game. So this is our creature package. Then we have our burn spell package, and the biggest addition in Legacy to this mono red Prowessy burn style deck is Fire Blast. Fire Blast is an absurd finisher. It is 6 mana for 4 damage. However, you can pay the cost by sacrificing 2 mountains instead of its mana cost. So what we often do is have this be our very last burn spell. We cast all of our other stuff, we cast all of our creatures, float a couple mana, Fire Blast for free for 4 damage, get all of our Prowess triggers, close out the game. So basically, we don't need many lands on the battlefield, so sacrificing them isn't a huge drawback. We also get a bunch of actual lightning bolts going along with lightning bolt. We get Chain Lightning, just a sorcery speed lightning bolt essentially. Ignore the copying stuff, it is super rare that that actually comes up. Then we have some free bird spells. Gut Shot, just free, well 2 life, but essentially free. Lava Dart costs 1 to cast, but we can flash it back by sacking them out. And one of the cute things about this deck is we often win games with literally 0 lands on the battlefield because we sacrifice them all to Lava Darts and Fire Blasts. Abrade, a little weird in the deck, gives us some creature / artifact removal, although sadly can't go to the face. Light Up the Stage, Faithless Looting, keep us churning through our deck, Faithless Looting, getting rid of extra lands, and stocking our graveyard with spells for Bedlam Reveler. Then we have the Mana Base, which is as cheap as it gets, 18 mountains, can't get any cheaper than that. Sideboard-wise, a bunch of counter spells for blue decks and Red Elemental Blast and Pyroblast, Smash to Smithereens for artifacts, Cave In, kind of a free Pyroclasm if we exile a red card, Magmatic Sinkhole to deal with bigger creatures and Planeswalkers, Sulfuric Vortex for repeatable damage and controlling matchups, and that is $80 mono red Prowess for Legacy. That's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So let's jump into a league, see if this $80 deck can actually compete in a 3,000 deck format. If it can, seems like a good entry option. So let's find out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back in a bit with the wrap up.
If you enjoyed today's deck, make sure to purchase it from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. For a limited time, you can get a Scoop Soldier sticker for free if you mention Scoop Soldier in your order notes during checkout. All right, Much Abrew About Nothing time. This week, we're mulliganing. This week, we are trying some budget Legacy. We are playing an $80 deck in a $5,000 format, $4,000 format. So let's see. Especially with people getting more interested in Magic Online, It would be sweet if there was a good starter deck that was actually at least somewhat competitive. So this hand is definitely not the dream. I guess Faithful Suiting is helpful, but... Alright, opponent, upkeep, stop set. Thinking things over for a bit. Alright, opponent has returned. We will play Soulscar Mage, pass the turn. Opponent, gonna force the will. Opponent, once upon a time, gets a Mother of Runes, Snow-Covered Forest, and Green Sun Zenith for a Dryad Arbor. Yeah. Well, let's Faithless Looting. Discard a land. Discard Fire Blast. Play the land. Lava Dart, Dryad Arbor. And get in for 3. Head our opponent down to 17. Windswept Heath for our opponent. Cracks it. Thankfully, we do have a lot of burn spells we can throw at creatures if we have to. Mother of Runes. Opponent passes. Gut shot, eh? Well, go to combat. Attack. See if our opponent blocks. I would guess that they won't. No blocks. Well, gut shot, mom. Hit our opponent. Light up the stage. Spectacle. Well, play Soulscar Mage. And pass the turn. Misty Rainforest for our opponent. Cracks it. Gets a Savannah and Night of Autumn to gain some life, I assume. Ooh, counters. All right. Well, we untap. Lava Dart. Well, Chain Lightning, Night of Autumn. Get some triggers. Go to combat. Wait, do we win here? So we attack. 1, 2, 3. I think this is lethal. Lava Dart you. Hopefully we're not miscounting. Is this just a win? Lava Dart, pump, pump. Opponent to 12. Lava Dart, pump, pump. Opponent to 11. Lava Dart, pump, pump. Opponent to... Oh, no lands, no lands. The reverse flawless victory. But it was flawless. All right. Well, that's not bad for an $80 deck. One of our opponent's lands cost more than our entire deck, and didn't matter there. Okay, so this is one of those decks, I think, that you just gotta assume you have lethal. I think that's where we're at with this deck. Just expect that it's probably lethal. We're gonna bring in the 2 Cave-Ins, which basically like a weird Pyroclasm. Can cast it for free and go down the Abrades. Run it like that. That worked. Boy, the deck can pour on some damage. That can pour on a ridiculous amount of damage. Alright. I guess we'll keep this. We have Faithless Looting. 3 lands is the max that we want, but Faithless Looting takes care of all those issues. Bonnet, once upon a time, for a land, plays the land, and mom. Play the land, play Soulscar Mage. Gut shot, mom. Pass the turn. So cruel. Who would gut shot their mother? Bonnet. Mother Rooms is a creature we want to keep off the battlefield, though. Thalia. Well, play the land, go to combat, attack. And, yeah, let's Lava Dart Thalia. Our deck seems very good at mowing down... mowing down efficient creatures. Opponent. What it fails. And Stoneforge Mystic. What are we getting? Batterskull? Ooh, Jete. Well, that means we gotta, like, never get hit by a creature. So we will Chain Lightning Stoneforge. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. To 16. Spectacle light up the stage. Into Soulscar Fire Blast. I'll play the Mountain. Soulscar Mage. There might be a chance that we can win next turn. We'll see what our opponent has / does. Wasteland, that doesn't do much. Jete. Oh, no creature? Opponent could have Swords to Plowshares. Chain Lightning. Well, okay. Chain Lightning you. Get some triggers. Go to combat. Attack. Lightning Bolt you. Get some triggers. Lava Dart you. Get some triggers. And Fire Blast you? Whew! Is this enough? I think we beat a Swords to Plowshares. And a post scoops it up? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. This deck is sweet. That was 2 games that we won with 0 lands, just sacking. But look at the damage. Our opponent was what, like 16 or something? We could just hit for so much damage once we get like 3 lands on the battlefield. Thanks to Fire Blast and Lava Dart. We could have even cast the Faithless Looting just to up our prowess count. That was spectacular. All right, maybe this is actually a competitive $80 deck. I don't know why that whenever I play an aggro deck, I end up liking it. Even though I mostly just want to draw cards, then when I actually play aggro and we do stuff like this, I'm like, oh, this is actually, I could see how this could be addicting. Well, sweet. All right, much brew about nothing time. Playing some more super ultra budget mono red prowess in Legacy. Trying to see if this deck is actually, is it competitive? Can an $80 deck be competitive in a $3,000 format? That's our big question for today. So this hand, I think it's fine. 1 additional land would be nice, but Swift Spears getting damage. We can looting to find more action. Opponent doing some severe mulliganing. Are they trying to find a combo or are they unlucky? Alright, so opponent keeps a 0 lander. Well, I assume that works in our favor. Swift Spear, go. Okay, so opponent Multiform kept... Legacy is a weird format. Opponent, passing. Well, play a Mountain. Play Monastery Swift Spear. Yeah, I mean, Lightning Bolt your face, I guess. Why not? Down to 16, down to 12. So, I think we're learning that if our opponent does not have any lands, our deck is good. Uh-oh. No! Are we gonna get stormed off from an opponent with 0 lands? They kept the hand that's like, I win if I draw land? Empty the war. Okay, so it's not literally I win, but that's a lot of goblins. Bedlam Reveler. Well, that's Faithless Looting. Give some triggers. Discard a Braid. Discard Bedlam Reveler. Play the Mountain. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent just made 8 goblins with 0 lands. That's an actual thing that just happened in a game of Magic. Opponent combat. Passes. Well, that's Faithless Looting. 1, 2. Discard a land. And a Lava Dart. Play a land. 1, 2, 3. Alright, pass the turn. Alright. I think our main plan is to burn our opponent out now. Opponent passes. Well, Lava Dart your face. Untap. Ugh, another Reveler. 1, 2. Alright, so what we do is 4 mana, maintain priority. Bedlam Reveler. On the stack, Fire Blast you. Down to 7. Discard another Reveler, draw some new cards. Pass the turn. I mean, I think we're getting there. Opponent still has not found land 1. Oh, this matchup. We don't have much for a Storm deck, honestly, I don't think, in our entire deck. Opponent scoops it up. Legacy is a weird format. Alright, well, go $80 deck. Unfortunately, I guess the 2 Cave-ins come in, because they can clean up the goblins and the braids go out, but yeah, run like that. I mean, I guess it's just a race mode. We're hoping our opponent loses to themselves, like they did that game mostly, I think. Yeah, okay. We'll keep this. We got the Cave-in, so we can deal with a board full of goblins. This does not stop us from just getting ridiculously stormed off. Lotus Petal. Cracks it. Tinderwall. Sacks it. Gamble. Come on, discard what you're tutoring for. Do it. Oh, they discard the Rite of Flame. I bet that's what they were tutoring for, too. Is this the Salty Scoop? Oh, they have LED. Okay. Cracks it. New hands. Well, there goes our Cave-in. What is going on? So our opponent cracked LED, discarded Echo of Eons, and then used it to draw a new hand. And now we don't have our Cave-in, so we cannot beat a board full of goblins. Is this 0 land Storm? land grant, gets a... Oh, it's a Belcher deck. Okay. It's Belcher. Belcher. Chrome Mox. Do they have enough mana to activate? They need one more. Well, they do. They had a Spirit Guide, and yeah, no lands in the deck. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well then. that was a turn one kill. Like I said, we don't really have defense for that. We're just hoping our opponent does not do that mostly. Let's go down 2 gut shots, go up 2 smashes. Normally, Belcher players are not just going to run out their Char Belcher and, like, wait a couple turns. They're going to do it all at once, like we saw there. But you never know. Maybe they're in a position where they have to. Well, our opponent might keep 0 landers. We do not. / cannot. / will not. This we will keep. I guess we just go gut shot bottom and see what happens. Land, Ed, Soul Scar, Mage. Opponent keeping 7 is really bad news. I think we're mostly hoping our opponent loses to themselves. 7 card opener means our opponent's hand is functional. So this is a good example of why 70% of decks or something in Legacy play Force of Will. We're kind of hoping to get up, hit the like herd immunity of Force of Will, where people don't play decks like Belcher too often because they get wrecked by Force of Will. So we're hoping that people just choose not to play it because we don't actually have Force of Will because they're afraid people have Force of Will. But it's also a good example of the degeneracy of Modern. Like, you saw what just happened there. That was a turn 1 kill. There's a decent chance we get killed on turn 1 again here. The reason that decks like this don't dominate the format, decks that consistently can Goldfish into a turn 1 kill, is because of Force of Will. You imagine, like, you saw what our opponent did, where they cast their entire hand, empty their hand for Lion's Eye Diamond, cast an Echo of Eons. If you're a Force of Will deck, you just Force of Will the Echo, and that's game. Your opponent just literally dumped their entire hand. Ooh, they had their 1 land in hand. Literally just dumped their entire hand for nothing. So, well, yeah, I think we're committed to leaving up the Smash to Smithereens, and also praying really hard that our opponent's hand, I don't know. Maybe we should just run everything out and hope. Smash to Smithereens does give us a chance if our opponent misplays to interact with Belcher. Alright, Spirit Guide, Rite of Flame, Ritual, Seething Song. But yeah, so this is an example. Modern, on the other hand, you die pretty quickly, does not have Force of Will. So even though decks like this are more powerful in Legacy, they're actually not that heavily played because Force of Will exists to stop them. In Modern, you see a lot of Goldfishy fast decks, but there's not a Force of Will type card to keep people from doing it. Burning Wish. Oh, is this the Goblin plan? Okay. Can we beat a bunch of goblins? Gonna be tough. Opponent's at 19. Oh, I see. Okay, that also makes Belcher mana. Yeah, I mean, we can let him kill us, but alright, well, the herd immunity did not work in this one. Ugh. Alright, sure. Got belched. Alright, Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some super budget Legacy. We're gonna mulligan this, actually. We're playing some $80 mono red Prowess. Ooh, what are we putting at the bottom? It might just be Mountain? 2 lands can be helpful. It's either Mountain or... yeah, alright, let's go Looting. Let's go Looting. Looting doesn't do much without lands anyway. Alright, opponent. Misty Rainforest. Lotus Petal. And passes. Well, okay. I mean, we got a clock, but Lotus Petal is usually a sign of unfair things happening, so that's not the most encouraging as far as our deck being able to stop it. Swift Spear. Combat. Attack you. Down to 19. Opponent cracks. Gets a Tropical Island. I mean, if this is a blue-based combo deck, at least we do have a million Pyroblasts and Hydroblasts. Our entire sideboard is dedicated to blowing up blue things, basically. Ancient Dupe for our opponent. Ed. Are we dead? Thought Lash. Alright, so this can... okay, so Thought Lash... okay, so that's game, right? So our opponent can exile... gonna be interesting. Well, play a Swift Spear. Go attacking. Thought Lash is insane against us. Okay, we will Spectacle light up the stage. Exile the top card. Okay, so Thought Lash, I guess you should read it because you probably don't know what it does. 4 mana Jetmit, cumulative upkeep, exile the top card of your library. Exile the top card of your library, prevent the next 1 damage to be dealt to you this turn. And when you don't pay the upkeep, exile your library. So our opponent is going to win with Thassa's Oracle, I believe is where this is headed. Okay, exiles Thassa's Oracle. To cumulative upkeep, plays a Flooded Strand. Brainstorms. So I guess our opponent could lose by randomly exiling their Thassa's Oracles. I think that's the only very realistic way for our opponent to lose. Opponent Brainstorm shuffles away. Tropical Island. Preordain. Yeah, the damage prevention is not why people play this card. It's to combo with Thassa's Oracle, but the damage prevention is actually absurd against us. Like, it's just like a permanent fog. Well, play the Mountain. Lava Dart. Trigger. Go to combat. Attack. Alright, so opponent's going to exile cards. Exile cards. Exile cards. Exile cards. Play Soulscar Mage. So I'm guessing this means our opponent has their combo kill in hand, but we'll see. They also have Jace. Exiled a Jace as well. Well, the good news is all of our Hydro/Pyro Blast should be pretty excellent in this matchup. Like, that is going to be our, hopefully, secret recipe for staying in this matchup. So Jace wins our opponent the game here. Thassa's Oracle. We have a ton of damage. It just doesn't do anything through Thought Lash. Wow. All right. Sacks Waterlogged Grove. Opponent passing. All right. Well, Chain Lightning our opponent. So I guess our best bet is forcing our opponent to exile a bunch of cards. So maybe they exile all of their combo pieces. Or maybe they have the combo in hand and... So opponent fizzles Chain Lightning. Well, Lightning Bolt you. Opponent Spell Pierces the Lightning Bolt. Well, Lava Dart you. Opponent's going to go back to exiling. So we know we're not killing our opponent here. We're just forcing them to exile and hoping that we force them to exile the combo pieces they need to win the game. Lightning Bolt you. Opponent casts Force of Will. Okay. Oh, we go attacking. Opponent goes back to exiling. Land. Thassa's Oracle, Brainstorm, land. If our opponent actually has the win in hand, I'm going to be a little disappointed. So opponent exiling a bunch of cards, preventing all the damage. We're going to see a lot of our opponent's deck. Okay, so opponent exiles a ton of cards. I mean, that's the question. Does our opponent find a combo piece? They can't do this forever, or they will run out of cards. And so far, they've exiled Thassa's Oracle, Jace. Thassa's Oracle, Jace. So 5 combo pieces down? That doesn't mean that they don't just have one in hand. Well, attack with everything. Might be a little damage. I haven't been counting. All right, it was 3 damage after all the Thought Lashing. So opponent has to exile 3 more cards. Force of Will, Paradigm Shift, land. Waterlogged Grove. Cracks it. And passes. Come on, spell. Light up the stage. Well, Lightning Bolt our opponent. Opponent, going to go back to preventing damage. Okay. Go to combat, attack. What a weird, annoying matchup. Attack you. Opponent takes it to 2. We light up the stage. Get some triggers. Post-combat, unfortunately. Well, play a mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent, gotta exile 4 more. This also turned off their Ancient Tomb, which is important. Bunch of Veil of Summers, a Force of Will. Did they find the Oracle? Land. Lotus Petal. Opponent passes. Well, Lava Dart you. This is one of the weirder games of Magic I've ever played. Opponent, gonna go back to exiling. Lava Dart you. Opponent exiles. We go to combat. We attack. Opponent has fogged so much damage. Legacy is just an absurd format. Attack. Where else do you see games of Magic that play like this? Opponent exiles. 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 This. How does our opponent win, though? Oh my. Ooh, okay. Opponent. They fogged us for 6 turns in a row. They played, what, turn 1? Turn 2 Thought Lash? And just fogged us forever, but didn't draw a combo piece and ended up exiling all of them. The good news now, and there is good news, we get Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast quite literally for days. We can go down maybe like Gut Shots. Those don't kill anything. And Abrades. I think we just run it like that. We could bring in, actually, Sulfuric Vortex. This says damage can't be prevented, right? Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I guess we should not bring that in. Magmatic Sinkhole could kill Jace. Let's just try it like that. Let's just bring in 6 Pyroblast effects and trust that that's enough. Being able to kill the Thought Lash seems good. Like, outside of the Thought Lash itself, I think our deck lines up really well with our opponent's deck. Plus, we can use it to counter combo pieces if our opponent does get down Thought Lash, like the Jace that they were digging for. What a just weird, incredibly weird format Legacy is. It is as weird could be. Well, our $80 deck is putting up a fight. It's putting up a fight at a minimum. All right, on to game 2, and we're actually just going to mulligan this. We have no blasts, our clock isn't fast, and Bedlam Reveler's weird in the sense that 2 of them's not very helpful because when you cast the first one, you discard the second one. So we already have a dead card, and we don't have any of our sideboard cards. So we're going to ship. Yeah, all right, this will keep. Let's put Soul Scar to the bottom. I think now that we have a bunch of Pyroblasts, I think we want to keep Faithless Looting to try to find Pyroblast to fizzle our opponent's combo. And Lavatar is very discardable, which is nice. Opponent, Misty Rainforest, cracks Misty Rainforest. And Ponder. Sure. Alright, so we draw Mountain. Opponent did not shuffle. Well, land and Swift Spear. Let the beatdown commence. Boom. 18. Go. Opponent untaps. Waterlog Grove. Wow, Paradigm Shift. Okay, so opponent goes down to a 2-card library. That's not good. Well, Faithless Looting. Discard Lavadar and land. Play the Mountain. Go to combat. Attack. So the question's going to be, does our opponent have Force of Will? 1 Force of Will. Or Spell Pierce. 1 Spell Pierce. Oh boy, Flusterstorms. Force of Will. Force of Will. Force of Will. Well, they don't have Force of Will. We'll see. We'll see. We might have a chance past the turn. I mean, we have the Blast. Opponent 1 card in the deck. 6 cards in hand. Relic of Progenitus. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. We'll exile a Mountain. Why is this what our opponent is doing? Out of all the things they could be doing. Opponent passes. Alright, let's Lavadar our opponent. Light up the stage. Into 2 creatures, no lands. Ugh. Alright, go to combat. Attack. Ooh, that is not what we were hoping for, even a little. We were hoping to hit a land for sure. Opponent goes to 11. 0 cards in deck. Well, this is the turn. Something's gotta happen. Opponent. Pyroblast? And got him, I think. I mean, the Force of Wills are all in exile. I don't know what other free answer they might have. Sideboard tech coming through? Maybe? The art on original Pyroblast is so sweet. Oh, I miss the old Magic art. The old Magic art is so good. Got the dragon in the background. Oh, got the GGs. That was one of the weirder matches I've played in many a day. Actually... and opponent giving us the GGs, and alright, it worked. It worked. Well, there is a risk to exiling your entire deck on turn 2, and that is the risk. Sometimes I got a Pyroblast. Well, $80 legacy. Kind of getting there in the weirdest ways possible. Well, we'll take it. Legacy. Alright, much brew about nothing time. Playing some more. Oh, do we keep this? Spell. I think we got a mulligan. I think we really want a 1-drop. Well, okay. I guess this we will keep just because this can get us to something. Like, worst case, we can Faithless Looting, dump 2 Lava Darts. Ugh. And dump 2 Lava Darts. Second Bedlam Reveler is not what we're hoping for. Okay, now this hand actually looks pretty bad. Bedlam Reveler is a weird card. One of them is really good. The second one does not offer much extra value, though. Just because we gotta discard it. Alright. Well, let's see what we draw and what our opponent's up to. Snow-covered forest and Elvish Reclaimer. Alright, I guess we gotta lightning bolt that, play a mountain past the turn. Yeah, we're off to a very slow start. This is not the start at all we want with this deck. Mysterian Forest, Elvish Reclaimer number 2. We draw a mountain. Well, I guess we... Gutshot Reclaimer. Mountain Bedlam Reveler. Discard Bedlam Reveler, draw some cards. And Gutshot. We do need to keep this from going off. Alright, well, I mean, that kind of works. We have a graveyard full of spells. We can Faithless Looting. We got a Bedlam Reveler. We've worked our way through 2 Elvish Reclaimers. Opponent has a million cards in hand, which probably isn't good, but what do you got about it? What do you have? Opponent plays a land, corrects the land. I guess Oko would be annoying. Like Oko, Alkar Bedlam Reveler, Oko, Alkar Bedlam Reveler. More braids. Well, go to combat, attack Bedlam Reveler. Attack Oko with Bedlam Reveler. Probably better known as an elk. Pass the turn. Opponent gonna make a food. Dark Depths. Oh, that's frightening. Oh, this is not great. Go to combat. Attack Oko. Lava Dart our opponent. Light up the stage. I'll play the mountain. Lava Dart Oko. Faithless Looting. Discard the Abrades. Play Swift Spear. Pass the turn. Alright. Please don't make a Merit Lage. Alright, there goes our Swift Spear. Now we're back to mostly nothing. Opponent brainstorms. And Elvish Reclaimer Part 3. That's bad because that gets... And a Dark Confidant. That's really bad because that... Oh, it's going to make us sack all of our lands, isn't it? Alright, well, float mana. Kill Reclaimer. Go to combat. Yeah, we've had to... Oh, boy. We've had to throw a lot of spells at creatures, and we have not had a prowess threat because of that Oko, Elking or Bedlam Reveler. But if the Elvish Reclaimer lives, it gets the other part of the Dark Depths combo. Wow, opponent gains 3 life. Sure. Wasteland and passes. Lightning Bolt. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Down to 13. Whew. We're giving our opponent a lot of turns to find a Thespian stage. Opponent adapts. And passes. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Down to 10. Pass the turn. Opponent adapts. Uh-oh. Mana being tapped. Opponent makes a food. Well, so now we have to Bolt Oko. Untap. Go to combat. Attack Oko. We just can't let Oko live because if it lives, it makes infinite blockers that we just can't beat. Opponent, gonna crack the food, back up to 13. Ah! Oko's so broko. Well, at least we haven't been merit-laged. I guess that's, if there's good news, it's that we aren't facing down a 2020 Indestructible yet. Uh-oh, mana's being tapped. Loam's back some lands. Alright, yeah. Well, at least those lands do not make a merit-lage. Do we want to bolt the face? Yeah, I mean, I guess we do. Down to 10. Untap. Faithless Looting. Discard the Lava Darts. Play a Mountain. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. Down to 7. Oh, we're trying so hard. Yeah. Opponent. Untaps. No dredge. The second Bedlam Reveler could be good now if there's no... Okay, Waterlog Grove. That's not a merit lage. Opponent cracks. No dredge. Reclaimer. Well, what do we draw? We untap. Mountain. I'll play the Mountain. Bedlam Reveler. Draw some cards. Ooh, that's a Fire Blast. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Yeah. Wastelands themselves. Sure. Well, now we have to Lava Dart. Get rid of the Reclaimer. We've killed all 4 Reclaimers. Soul Scar Mage. Alright, pass the turn. About it. Kills Soul Scar Mage. Untaps. Do they find Merit Lage? Oh no! There's the Thespian stage. Oh, wow. We were so close. Oh, whoa. We had him this turn, but we don't get this turn. Opponent gets a 2020 Indestructible. And yeah, we don't have enough mountains left. Oh. We draw a mountain. Yeah, there's no winning from there. We can deal 5 damage. Interesting. Well, I wonder if we did something wrong. That game was obviously ridiculously close. We did spend a ton of damage killing creatures, but everything we killed, I feel like if we don't kill it, it just wins the game essentially immediately. So I feel like it was necessary, but maybe I was wrong, and maybe we could have got 2 more points of damage somewhere. Oh, wow, that was ridiculously close. Those Okos, yeah, the Elvish Reclaimers, they just get the combo. So if they ever untap, our opponent gets Merit Lage. The Okos, if we don't kill them, they gain 3 life a turn, and they start making Elks that deal with our Bedlam Reveler. I don't know. If you have an idea of how we could have played it different, let me know. But it feels like we had to deal with those threats. Or else they just run away with the game and we're not going to win anyway. But boy, if we could have found a way to get 2 more points of damage at our opponent's phase, like, we could have stolen that. Unfortunately, we don't have much for this matchup, really. We're just, well, all right, we'll keep it. we got creatures. 2 Fire Blasts is a bit excessive, but unfortunately, yeah, we don't really have sideboard cards that are going to shut down the Merit Lage combo, so our hope is basically to just kill our opponent before they get to it. All right, Mox Diamond. Opponent speeding things up. Discards a land. Verdant Catacombs. 2 mana on turn 1. And cracks it. Snow-covered forest. And kills our threat. Yeah. Well, Monastery Swift Spear. Chain Lightning you. I mean, all we can really try to do is deal damage. Hit our opponent down to 14. Verdant Catacombs. Opponent cracks it. Oh, is this Oko? Oko's ridiculously brutal for us. Snow Covered Swamp. Elvish Reclaimer. And Sylvan Library. I'll play the Mountain. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, so close. How can we get in these points of damage? Well, I guess we just pass. Sylvan Library activated. I expect our opponent's not going to pay life. Just kind of Sensei's Divining Top. Oh, into Oko. Oh, boy. Okay, so this is getting worse. Opponent makes a food. Untap. Play Swift Spear. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. I think we're going to be just short, though. Yeah, opponent blocks. So Lightning Bolt our opponent to 10. But then there's an Oko. So how do we beat an Oko? We're trying the opposite technique of last time, which is trying to kill our opponent rather than trying to kill their stuff. We hit our opponent to 3, but the last card it had is a Fire Blast that we can't cast. And now they get to gain life. Ugh. Yeah, this feels like a difficult-ish matchup. It feels like we need to have a really, really excellent draw to have a chance. Opponent can crack the food, go to 6. Do that every turn. Yeah. More food. Huh. Well, apparently Oko is good against $80 Prowess decks. Oh, if we had that last turn, it would have won us the game. But we didn't, so we don't. I feel like it's just over. 3 life a turn. How do we beat that? Yeah, pass the turn. Yeah, the problem is now we can't even attack, and every turn is 3 more life. So pretty soon our opponent's going to be back up to 20. And everything we've done so far essentially just went for nothing. Oh, well, I guess the good news is both of these games were ridiculously close. Like, with us being 1 burn spell short of winning. So, I guess maybe that's the good news for our deck is... yeah. I think we're just going to scoop. I don't want to get yelled at, though. Okay, we'll just pass the turn. So, I mean, our deck costs like 1/30th of our opponent's deck price or something. And we were 90% as good. So I guess if value played into it, like Moneyball, then I think we'd be winning. Opponent, yeah. Sylvan Library. Opponent's up to 11, though. So as you can see, our opponent's just like, Oko's messed up Magic card. All right, there's the Dark Depths. This gets Thespian Stage. That makes it 2020. There's a food. There's a Nile Spellbomb. So yeah, I don't think there's any way we can win. Pass it. So the one slight chance we have of winning is that our opponent taps this Elvish Reclaimer to get Thespian Stage using our opponent's mana. If our opponent does that, we actually... yeah, I guess we can't. Yeah. Okay, this one's just over. I guess we would have had to cast the Chain Lightning main phase, but then that would have induced our opponent to... huh. Alright, yeah. Alright, Much Abrew about nothing time. Our mulliganing. Alright. Trying to get people for just... yeah, we'll keep this. What do we put to the bottom? For $80 in Legacy. I guess Lava Dart? We do want 2 lands, right? Yeah, let's put Lava Dart to the bottom. I think we do want 2 lands. Well, alright, let's see what happens. Opponent. Considering something. Alright, so Mountain and Soulscar Mage, go. What's our opponent up to? Mountain, Lightning Bolt. Oh boy. Well, Mountain, Monastery Swift Spear, Chain Lightning you. Is this like a burn Ishmir, but we have way less cards. That's not great. Opponent down to 15. Okay. Young Pyromancer. Well, another Fire Blast is not what we were hoping for. Kill Young Pyromancer. Go attacking. Fire Blast is weird. It's one of the most powerful cards in our deck. It's also one of the most clunky cards in our deck. And we are seeing clunky mode right now. Well, go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 12. Play the mountain past the turn. Misty Rain for his opponent. Passing. Opponent's probably got a handful of counters, I would assume. Play the mountain. Get in with Swift Spear. Hit our opponent. Down to 11. Wasteland. Opponent passes. Ooh, at what point do we go for it? Gut shot. I'll go to combat. Attack. Gut shot our opponent. Actually, maybe we just pay life. Gut shot our opponent. Pump Swift Spear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do we try to win? How bad is a counter spell? Pretty bad, right? Fire Blast you? Opponent cracks down to 9. Island. Hard cast Force of Will. Okay. Opponent's to 6. We could have cast another Fire Blast, but then our opponent still goes to 1. And then if they just like Lightning Bolt our Swift Spear, it's going to be hard for us to ever cast another spell. I feel like leaving open more spells, Lightning Bolts and whatnot, is probably better than going all in without dealing lethal. Opponent plays a Wasteland. Passes. I'll go to combat. Attack you. Gut shot. Opponent's to 3. So this means if we ever resolve Fire Blast, we can win. Can we ever resolve Fire Blast? That's a whole nother question. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Drawing like a Lightning Bolt would be pretty awesome. We draw a Mountain. Alright, pass the turn. This game. Opponent. Another Wasteland. So they can flashback the Lightning Bolt to kill our Swift Spear. Yeah. Can we draw a bolt? Can we draw a bolt? Down to 15. Seriously. Seriously! It's a 1 damage bird spell! We are making this look so hard. Opponent. Untaps. Oh, they can flashback the Ponder to find a counter spell. Oh, Lava Dart. Lava Dart would have been great when we still had Swift Spear around. But a turn too late. Yeah. Down to 14. Delver of Secrets. Scalding Tarn. Opponent passes. There's a bolt finally. Alright, so when's the best time to do this? Alright, let's pass the turn. See what our opponent flips with Delver. Delver. Ponder. Oh, Lightning Bolt you. Opponent has Force of Negation. Okay. Fire Blast you. Opponent has Force of Will. Lava Dart you. Oh! Oh, we got there! They had to pay a life for Force of Will, which makes this Lava Dart exactly lethal. Wow! That's the turn 10 Prowess kill. I mean, that counts. That is still a kill. Alright. Well, it was not super pretty, but we did get there eventually. We'll go down 2 Abrades, 2 Gut Shots for some blasts. And actually, Gut Shot seems pretty good. Maybe we go on like 1 Fire Blast. Maybe we go 3 blasts. How many blasts do we want? All right, run it like that. The problem with Pyroblast is our opponent's not really a combo deck, and it is a spell that doesn't deal damage. So it's not really helping with our primary game plan. And Gutshot does kill Delver and Young Pyromancer for free, which seems relevant. Alright. Only one land, but we're on the draw, and we do have a threat, and we have a gut shot, so this is fine. This is a fine one-lander. Misty Rainforest. Opponent going to crack it. Snow-covered island. Preordain. Yeah. We would like to draw land number 2. Or possibly like Faithless Looting. Opponent passes. Well, that's land number 2. So play the land. Swift Spear. Opponent dazes. I mean, I don't think there's much we can do about that. I don't think we can not play Swift Spear in case our opponent has daze. Opponent ponders. It does slow us down a lot. We don't have another early game threat. Let's actually play the land first. Play a land, Faithless Looting. Discard a Fire Blast and a Bedlam Reveler. Pass the turn. Snow-covered mountain. And Preordain. Alright, so opponent's got cantrips for days. One top, one bottom. Opponent passes. Now play Swift Spear. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Maybe. And yeah, let's light up the stage. Alright, opponent kills Swift Spear. Now play a mountain. Yeah, I guess we Chain Lightning the face. Pass the turn. So we're getting close to the Bedlam Reveler part of the game, which is nice. Assuming it resolves, but opponent, young Pyromancer, and Ponder. Yeah, so here comes the tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Opponent passes. Oh, Gut Shot, young Pyromancer. Let's float mana. Fire Blast our opponent. Chain Lightning our opponent. Bedlam Reveler. Play the land. Soul Scar Mage. Pass the turn. That was a good turn. That was a good turn. Opponent's down to 8. We now have a Bedlam Reveler. Our opponent no longer has a young Pyromancer. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? What do you got? I mean, I will take a winning record if we can. All right, Magmatic Sinkhole takes down Bedlam Reveler. Opponent passing. Now go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Well, Mountain. Bedlam Reveler. Resolves. Okay, opponent bounces it, but we still get to draw cards. Soul Scar Mage number 2. Pass the turn. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel the winning record for $80 in Legacy opponent. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Yeah. And oh, all the removal in the West. Come on, one more bird spell. Pyroblast. Well, pass the turn. We gotta play the long game. I think we're out of Revelers, though. Opponent. Brainstorms. Right now we have 5 points of damage. We need 3 more. Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's a little unfortunate, because we might have to kill that. We can't let it start flashing things back. Another Pyroblast. Well, alright. Killed Arcanist, unfortunately. Now we're down to 2 points of burn. Pass the turn. But our opponent doesn't have a threat at the moment. Opponent. Passing. We draw. Gut Shot. Well, pass the turn. Play the long game. Brazen Borrower. Well, Lava Dart it. Opponent ponders. No shuffle. And passes. Play the mountain, pass the turn. Oh, this has become a slog. Opponent. Untaps. True name Nemesis. Yeah, we can't let that resolve. Pyroblast. Untap. Well, pass the turn. We're drawing all of our Pyroblasts. Opponent. Scalding Tarn. Passes. Well, let's Faithless Looting. Opponent Spell Pierces. Okay. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, our burn is slowly adding up as we do nothing. Another mountain. Pass the turn. The weirdest game, opponent. Adapts. Passes. I'll play the land. Oh, is it time? Is it time to sack all the lands and just go for it? All right, let's wait for our opponent to tap down at some point, or at least do it during our opponent's turn to play around Force of Negation. But with 2 Pyroblasts in hand, we're really close to going for it. Opponent plays a land. I think, is it time? It's time. It's got, well, let's keep waiting. What's the rush? What's the rush? Untap. Lava Dart. Pass the turn. I think we are going to start chipping in with these burn spells at some point. Like, Lava Dart your face. Down to 7. Untap. Play the mountain. Well, we're going to be hardcasting Fire Blast here in a minute. Pass the turn. Dreadhorde Arcanist. All right, I think the time has come. Fire Blast. Sack 2 mountains. Opponent forces. We Pyroblast the force. Opponent forces. We Pyroblast the force. Resolves. And then let's do it the fun way. Gut shot you? Whoo! All right, we did it. We finished with a winning record with an $80 deck in Legacy. We fed the kids. We got a treasure chest. That was a wild match. That was turn 16. Legacy is a crazy format. You saw we had games where we were just dying, or essentially dying on like turn 2. And then this game, turn 16, that doesn't even happen in standard. Well, sometimes in standard, but you know what I'm saying? You never have that happen in modern. Wild league. Well, we waited and saved up our Pyroblast and got the job done. And our reward is a treasure chest that we're going to crack open. Let's crack open this one chest. It's only one, but who knows? It could be something marvelous. All right. Complete set. Come on. Give us that complete set. Chest 101. Play points. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. We'll use them to enter an event. Well, we'll talk about it in the wrap-up, but I could say I'm not an aggro player. We don't play Legacy that much. And this deck actually seemed decent. Like, if we could go 3-2 with this deck for $80 in Legacy, that means you can too, especially if you practice it a bunch, because we just kind of pick it up and ran with it. If you practice it and learn it, you should be able to do even better than that. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to play Legacy on the cheap, seems like a good option. So what do we learn this week about $80 Legacy Mono Red Prowess? And overall, the deck was competitive. We went 3-2 in a league, which for an $80 deck in a $3,000 deck format, can't really complain about that. We actually were really close to winning an additional match and going 4-1 that depths match. We ended up a bird spell short in both games before we got Merit Lage. So we were super duper close. So I feel like the deck is actually pretty reasonable. The downside of the deck was kind of exemplified against Belcher. We don't really have defense for fast combo decks, so we could kill our opponent pretty quickly, but if our opponent's playing a Belcher style deck that's going to like turn 1 or turn 2 us, those matchups are really difficult because we don't have Force of Will. So as I mentioned during the matches, we're kind of hoping for the Force of Will herd immunity where not too many of those degenerate turn 1 decks are played because they're worried about other people playing Force of Will. But when we run into those are just matchups that we're not going to win very often. The good news is we're really good against fair decks. We were insane against creature decks. Like you saw against Maverick, a green-white creature-based deck, that we just have all these bird spells. So the opponent's just like, Mother of Runes, and we're like, okay, Lava Dart you, and then Thalia, Lava Dart you, and just keep the board clean with all of our random removal as we beat down. So I feel like the deck is actually pretty effective. Like I said, fast combo is a bad matchup. We're not going to beat it very often. Even our sideboard plan is more for like blue-based decks, so we can fight blue combo decks to some extent, but like Belcher, black-based storm decks, we're going to have a really hard time there. We just don't have the tools to interact with them. On the other hand, against creature decks, against fair decks, we're pretty effective. So if you're looking for a way to join the Legacy format, spending $80 or 65 ticks on Magic Online rather than, I don't know, a few hundred ticks on Magic Online, a few $1,000s in paper, I would definitely recommend $80 Legacy Mono Red Prowess. The deck is fun, it's competitive. If you like burning people out, free bird spells, sacrificing all your lands for value, seems like a good entry point into the format. So anyway, that's been our Much Abrew for this week. $80 Legacy Mono Red Prowess. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope you enjoyed Legacy. It's actually a really awesome format. I know, brief aside before we wrap this up, Legacy is super awesome. If you're bored, stuck at home quarantining or whatever, social distancing, Legacy format's really awesome. The
players that you play against on Magic Online are super fun and interactive and just want to like talk and have a good time and enjoy the format. You see ridiculous things like we saw in some of our matchups, Thought Lash combos and Dark Depths. The beauty of Legacy is we played 5 different decks. And when I say different decks, this isn't like, oh, my splash color is a little bit different, like you see in Standard. Like, oh, I'm Simic. Oh, I'm Simic splashing black. Like, no. These are like Belcher turn 1 combo, Maverick Fair Creature deck, Thought Lash, weird Exile My Deck combo, Dark Depths, trying to make a Merit Lage, Is It Delver, like a tempo deck. So we played all different style of decks, and that's how Legacy is. So if you're looking for something different to do on Magic Online, I would recommend giving it a shot. It has an awesome community. There's a ton of deck diversity. This super cheap deck is competitive enough that you could easily 5-0 league with it if you hit the right matchups, and we came out ahead. All you got to do is go 3-2 to keep coming out ahead on Magic Online anyway, so we technically profited with our 3-2 anyway. So anyway, that's Legacy. That's $80 Bottle Red Prowess. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed something a little different this week for Much Abrew. Next week, Ikoria coming hot and heavy. So until then, enjoy the deck and enjoy your week, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.